Yo, welcome back to Build Something TV, man. I'm in the garage cleaning up, moving around some stuff, and I'm just doing videos right off the top of the dome. And a guy was asking me about a 5.4 swap in a Crown Victoria. Well, dude, it's really kind of simple, but don't think that you're gonna get this horsepower that you think you're looking for. You're just gonna get more torque. You're gonna be cutting into that, so you may have to trim up that a little bit, that little box right there. Steering clearance, so that's really close. If the heads are up a little bit higher, you probably won't have an issue. So you got your 4.6, now you want to change it to a 5.4. You're gonna take this intake off and you're gonna put the 4.6 intake on there, and you know about those adapters that you could put on there. Also too, that you know that these this is a wider, more ribbed belt versus this one here. So if you're trying to think that you're going to put your AC on there and your power steering pump off your 4.6, it's not going to happen. You're going to have to use this power steering and an AC, but you know that's going to be a slight issue there. Everything else will mount up. You can leave the fan in if you like. That's if you choose. You have no issues with cooling at all. You know, like if the fan doesn't want to work. If I had a performance one, I would probably leave this on there. Just for the old school look. I think I would probably leave it on there, but majority of you guys are going to take it off. If you want maximum efficiency, you got to get a tune. Now, if you got a single overhead cam or a double overhead cam, I like the single overhead cam. You guys are going to like the double overhead cam. The double overhead cam got more power. No comparison. But the single overhead cam is probably more abundant. If you got the engine out, you might as well start changing stuff like chains and chain guides and cams. You do that all at once. Get you a cam, get it right, boom, put it in, you be straight, man. Because these cams in here are supported by torque. So if you're up in the RPMs and you're wondering why your car is starving, well, the cams are not there. It's only for the mid-range. That's if you want to choose to change them. You don't have to. But if you want optimum performance and efficiency, then you need to change them. And also, you do all of this stuff here before you get a tune. Box tune or a goddamn, well, mail order tune they call it, or take it to a tuner. Because you more than likely have this, drive-by-wire, and that goes by the air. So if you're changing things out, you have to get another tune to run efficiently. I'm sorry. How are you going to balance this? Because you got a situation where I think the Crown Victoria is 55-45 balanced in the front. So the 5.4 is 30 pounds heavier than the 4.6. So now your nose is heavy. The car is kind of semi-unbalanced. You probably won't notice and you probably won't care. But just have to put that out there. The car will act a little funny. It won't track as well as. Now if you want to go real technical now, you want to create an efficient, balanced car, well, get your torque converter. You know what I mean? Figure out what stall you want because you got a bigger engine now. You know, you want balance, man. You got your transmission, you got your engine, you got your rear. You want that all to play well with each other. Now you have a semi-balanced car because that's what it's really all about. Balance. Not really about horsepower. It's about how to put the horsepower down in an efficient way that suits your driving needs. That's what's going to be the secret sauce to that, man. The gearing. That's why I was telling you about balance. You do this, to accommodate that, to make it feel like a machine. That's what you have to do. Always remember about that. Even with this Maverick here, it's going to be more balanced than anything else. That's why I haven't put the motor in yet, because I'm still getting those frame rails. So when like I told you, I was going to buy some parts, but the daggone heater went in the house. Had to spend that money. So that's how that went. So it's a crazy deal, man. That's how it goes. Thank you for watching this little episode of Build Something TV. It was just to explain the quick way of a 5.4 swap. Got to remember, cannot use the stock 5.4 manifolds. You got to really figure that part out. Got to remember that. You will be doing some exhaust work. So you thinking that your stuff will be $1,500 for the whole swap, but it will not be. It will be a lot more. So you better have $3,000 ready to go, because that's what's going to end up finishing this thing off properly. $3,000 to $4,000. Car game is not cheap, man. It is not cheap. So thank you, man, and hopefully this will help you and enlighten you in any kind of way. Maybe I missed some things, so if I did miss some things, you guys in the comment section below here, just add in a comment of what I missed, because I know I missed something. I know I have, but check you guys out on the flip side. It's all about balance. If you move it too much on this side, it moves to that side, but it's all about balance. Even though this end on this side is bigger than this end, you can find a happy medium in the middle that creates balance. Transmission, your rear, your engine must all play together in harmony. That's what creates a balanced car. Now, when you talk about balance, people talking about weight distribution as far as 50-50. If you can get a car 50-50, then god dang it, man, you got something good. But I think the Crown Vic is 55-45. If I'm not mistaken, which is not that bad. That's why it tracks pretty well. Now, if you're starting to put a heavier engine in the front, well, the weight distribution is off. Now, if you're doing some race stuff, and then now it gets technical, lowering the car, moving the car back to the center of, more inside so it can track better, widen the stance. It gets real crazy, but we're not going that far. But you must imply some of those rules to your car that you're building. Just like with the Maverick. The Maverick is a compact pony car. Now I'm going to put in this 302. Now I got to make sure after I get the 302 rocking, just running, then we're going to hit the suspension hard, because that's where it's all about. Placement of seat, steering, and brakes. It all plays a part. So now if you're doing a Crown Vic, well, my suggestion is you need to lighten the front. As I just gave you game that it's 55 in the front. Take away 30 pounds off that 4.6. Now your front is lighter. Think about balance. Balance is the key. And balance doesn't cost money. It just costs you time to think where to put the money properly. The horsepower is going to break wherever it is weak. So if you put horsepower here and your trans is weak, it's going to pop the trans. If your horsepower here is great and your trans is great and your rear is weak, it's going to pop the rear. You have to do everything in conjunction into what horsepower that you have. This stock can handle, at least 300, 400 horsepower maybe. And then the rear is pretty damn solid. So you be worrying more about the trans versus the rear. But your engine, you know what I mean? And the parts inside and all of that. I mean, it gets real technical, man, and the money starts to really grow. So, balance is the key. You don't need a lot of horsepower to create balance. You just need to have balance with the horsepower that you have to accommodate your driving style and what the car is able to do. The key is to have a nice, well-balanced car that can brake and accelerate and turn and stop and be reliable. That is it. That is a balanced car, and that is a true tuner car.